Hello, beautiful children. It is amazing to see you in my mind's eye. I am so sorry. Last Shabbat, I wasn't able to be in my children's service because Chloe hurt her knee. Really hurt her knee. So I had to look after her. And please God, Daniela Butshiner, Cyril Baylor, for those parents who like davening and can daven, hopefully they're going to fix her knee in a special place called a hospital. So hopefully she's going to be just fine and I should be back to do my children's service on Shabbat. Okay, are we ready to do the Parsha? Rolling back the time, and one more, rolling back the time, and one more, rolling back the time, and thinking. What is the name of this week's Parsha? You probably know. It's Parshat Behaalotecha, when you go up. And we found it in the fourth book of the Torah called Bamidbar. And this week, it's all about food. What's your favourite food? Would you choose pizza? Would you choose sweet corn? Would you choose blueberry ice cream? Would you perhaps choose strawberry ice cream? How about chips? I don't have chips at the moment. I'm eating very healthily. What about tomatoes? They're quite nice. Or maybe some lemon juice on your mushroom. Or maybe spaghetti. How come food is in this week's Parsha? Well, Bnei Israel are in the desert. They're in the wilderness and they have special food. The food that they have is called man. It's the manna from heaven, and it tastes of whatever you want. Maybe toast. It could taste of anything. So why were the Bnei Israel complaining? I'm complaining again. Oh no, it's the man again. Too bad, I'm complaining again. Want some food or I'll go insane. My goodness, why were the Bnei Israel complaining about the food? They had man. They didn't need real food. And maybe they wouldn't be able to digest the food in the desert. So why were they complaining? They complained and said that they wanted cucumbers. Cucumbers in the middle of the desert. And they complained and said they wanted onions in the middle of the desert. And they complained and said they wanted watermelon, in the middle of the desert. I've got some cut up as well. It's quite yummy, very nutritious, and full of juice. But you can't really grow it in the desert. And you've got man, Bnei Israel. You don't need that. And this is really ridiculous. We want fish, they complained, like we had in Egypt. Fish in the desert? Now, it just so happens I've got some fish to show you. Lovely fish. This is my sea bass on vegetables. But I'm not living in the desert. I go to Lev Yossan, the fishmonger, and he gives me fish. But that's because I don't have man every day. And there's another fish that I love having. This is my salmon with my vegetables. But I'm not living in the desert. And I don't get man every day. That was really naughty, the complaining. Hashem was not happy with the complaining. What else do we learn? Well, they started asking for lovebirds. They didn't know what they were going to get, but they were complaining that they didn't have meat, which is nonsense because they had animals in the desert. So they did have meat, but they were complaining. So Hashem sent them some very fatty lovebirds for a bit. What else do we learn in this week's Parsha? Well, we learn about the Kohen and the special menorah. It wasn't like our Chanukiah. It had only 7 branches, not 8 branches. What do we know about that special Chanukiah? You probably already know a bit about it. Well, the Kohen gets to light the menorah every day, and they clean things every day. And every day, the Ner HaMaravi, the middle light, is always the last light to be extinguished and to be relit. It always carried on. SPS, some people say, aka also known as the Medrash. The lamps of the menorah, all 7, were lit daily from fresh, consecrated, holy olive oil and burned from evening until the morning. All 6 wicks would face inward. So the middle flame would show that Hashem does not need the light of the menorah. It's to teach us. Ordinarily, when we have a light, we want the light to shine outwards to us, but the menorah, it was lit inwards. And what else do we learn in this week's Parsha? Well, didn't we do this just a few weeks ago? Now we're learning about Pesach Sheni, but we've just had Shavuot. What's Pesach Sheni? Well, SPS, some people say, aka also known as the Midrash, that in the time when Moshe was carrying Joseph, that's the coat of many colours man, carrying his coffin, they could not bring, those who were helping, could not bring the Korban Pesach, that special Pesach offering. So everyone was given a second chance to have the Korban Pesach, not on the 14th of Nisan, which is when the Korban Pesach should have been brought, but on Pesach Sheni, on the 14th of Iyar, together with matzah and maror. Maybe the maror looked like that, maybe it didn't. But chametz and work were permitted. So it's not like Pesach when we're not allowed chametz at all and we're not allowed to work on the high holy days. So that's a quick whistle stop, a quick run through of this week's Parsha. Done it quickly, and I very much hope to be seeing you in person this Shabbat. But I know that Rabbi Leitner was amazing, and I know that I went into shul and I put the laminates on the seats with the little gift for whoever can come. And obviously, we can't have more than 15 children still at the moment, but please God, if you book, I hope to see you. And if you don't book, you get to see me here. Okay. Listen to your mummies and daddies and do what they say. Listen to your mummies and daddies. Please don't forget to pray. Listen to your mummies and daddies. The rabbis lead the way. Then they will be happy. Take care. Be good. See you soon. Enjoy school and be as wonderful as you always are. Bye.